Peacock Pose and a few things to think about. So there is a lot of strength involved in Peacock Pose, and possibly in places that you're not used to using. So definitely take it at your level. Don't do anything mad, and don't be afraid to use props to really help you find the feels. There is a lot of space required in the wrists, so this is not something to jump into cold. I suggest doing at least 6 to 10 sun salutations, vinyasas beforehand, and also working yourself up to holding a chaturanga as a pose in its own for maybe 5 to 10 breaths. If you want any tips on those, definitely check out some of my other videos that have those sequences involved, and also chaturanga tips. But once you're comfortable holding a chaturanga and breathing, you can start to work towards the odd hand placement that's involved in Peacock, and then start to explore with the lift-off involved in Peacock. So the first thing that's a bit weird about Peacock Pose is that you have your hands backwards. So unlike pretty much every other arm balance where your hands are forwards, in this case your hands are backwards. And this is so that you can create a shelf, for want of a better word, for your belly with your upper arms. Now, what often happens here, for ladies in particular, is our boobs can be a bit of a problem. I don't really have any, but you still don't want to be putting unnecessary pressure onto your chest. You're trying to have the pressure on your abdomen. This posture is, or should be, done towards the end of a practice. It's very energizing. By putting the pressure on your belly, it stimulates your metabolism and can increase everything whizzing around your body. So you definitely don't want to do this right at the beginning while you're still sort of waking your body up. But it should also be done with a nice closing sequence of twists and forward folds, shoulder stands, etc. But you can chuck it in towards the end of your practice if it's something you want to start playing with. So hands backwards, making sure your hands are nice and strong in the mat. So you want to be able to press your hands flat. If it's uncomfortable for you to get your hands flat, then that's obviously the first stage you need to work on. Once you're getting comfortable with your hands flat, maybe take your knees back a little and start practicing shoulders forwards, elbows in. You're obviously not trying to get your elbows behind your wrists because they're already at full lock. So shoulders forwards, elbows back, trying to press them into your belly. Trying to find that strength in the shoulders. So you're really trying to keep that core locked. You don't want to dump your body onto your arms. You want to take your weight forwards and then bring your body onto your arms. You can practice this with blocks under your shoulders while you start to explore. So getting the blocks level, and you might need to play around with their placement for a little bit. You can bring yourself forwards with the shoulders on the blocks and start practicing lifting the belly up. You can even lift the knees then if that feels comfortable, and practice lifting one leg and then the other, maybe taking one leg all the way up and then the other, and coming back down and finding your way out. It's possible for this pose to become more of a chin stand, as once your legs lift off they can push your head towards the floor. The important difference here is chin stand involves extension of the thoracic, i.e. your chest drops and your back bends, chest pressing forwards. In Peacock, like crow pose, like many of the other arm balances, it's flexion. So you're actually trying to press your upper back more open. So that's something to really think about as muscle engagement. Rather than trying to drop down towards the arms, you want to squeeze the arms in and then press the back open. And that will help keep your face off the floor, help keep your shoulders off the floor. So once you're starting to get comfortable with the strength involved there, and you know this isn't necessarily going to take the 3 minutes that I'm demonstrating it in, you can start playing with lifting the legs. So coming into your peacock plank effectively, and then practice lifting the legs one at a time. Bum nice and strong, squeezing everything up and in. From there, you want to try and shift forwards, and maybe drag the feet towards each other in a diamond. Maybe they'll lift off and you'll find a little balance. When you're ready, you're going to extend the legs out fully. I can't do it from there today, I've just taught a workshop. When you're ready, you can try and lift the legs all the way up. So flex the spine, take the shoulders forwards, elbows into belly, legs out long, and explore flying from there. Not my prettiest one, but I wanted to bring that to your attention. So definitely something to play with, to practice. If you bring your legs into diamond, or if you can practice in a lotus position, if that's in your practice, which it isn't in mine every day yet, then obviously the shorter your legs are, the less they weigh. And so perhaps the easier it is to find that counterbalance. The strength used to lift the legs up is a lot of hip flexor strength and a big bum squeeze, pointing your toes all the way up and out. So there's a few. I'm just going to have one more go. A few tips to help you with your peacock pose. So definitely making sure the arms are ready. Much easier to do if you're not talking. So have a play, let me know. Definitely after peacock, nice things to do. I'll fold the hands the other way and really give those wrists a little bit of time off. Working through maybe some forward folds to close the front of the body, maybe some twists to ease out that strength and tension in the core. All right, so namaste.